There we go.
Hold on, I just did it.
Yeah, we're back.
Yep,
We're
hang
back. Yeah, hopefully you're all still there. It went off a bit there, I do apologise. So yeah, so what we've just done is witness a 2 hits from... What are you doing?
I've still got this froze.
It's fine, it's working elsewhere here. My lovely gremlin techs have confirmed it's fine.
That's fine. Just
Cool. So we've just had a hit and a critical hit on Bison. So do your first lot of damage, Mr. Alex.
It was 28, my first lot.
First lot, 28. Cool. Again, you see that similar pink shielding. Hit Bison.
And 36 for my second lot.
36? Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Double, so 72.
2 zeros, a 9 and a 7. 36.
You see the pink shield take a crap load of those hits, and then the last 1 or 2 does not pink shield up.
Ooh.
Ding 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 ding. Bam 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 bam. So that it's now Bison's turn.
At disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Bison will now turn the 2 railguns on, and you'll see them come up over the shoulders and aim at the side of, aim at the rear. Oh no, he's in front of you now because he turned around. Aim straight at the front of you. Disadvantage.
I still can't see the whites of his eyes, pilot.
First one hits on a disadvantage. Second one. 23 on a disadvantage. So both hit. And you
They
get...
were twinly.
Yeah, you thought wrong. They both come flying in. You didn't do your thing, did you?
This is definitely the right maneuver.
Yeah, praying. Please.
And it's only railguns.
This is why I was going to hold back my evasion.
So as the 2 railguns fire their lead projectiles at you, Jean and Alex, you see the damage meter drop to 50%, and you start seeing air breach pop up on your.
Don't want to alarm you guys, but there's a lot of fire back here.
You are aware that now at 50%, the air containment part of the jet is under threat. Yep.
Cool.
That's Bison's turn. Bison will then attempt to fly away. So he's now just flying away from the jet.
Hey, Fox, do a barrel roll.
Don't do it. I can see you shaking your head. Don't you do it.
You know, when Sparks ran across the lane and got shot, and you thought that was the stupidest thing to have happened.
Yeah.
Jean represents.
John, Bison flies straight down.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Larry, you're up. You can't see Bison, you can see both jets. No, you can't see Jet 1, you can only see Jet 2. Jet 1 is behind you. Larry?
I think
he keeps forgetting he's no longer Sparks.
Yeah. Was that NPC come back?
I'm thinking everyone's still in range and ability to fire on all 3 if I wanted to.
You can't hit Bison.
You can't hit Bison. You can't hit Jet 1. You can only hit Jet 2.
Jet 2 is the one I've been firing on.
It is.
I'm going to continue the Merry Rambo special. 24.
24 hits.
Ooh, did you apply the resistances from being a Gunzerker fighter jet?
Yes.
Oh, good.
So that's why you're not down to 25%.
11 points of ballistic damage.
11 points.
11. Rat-a-tat-tat.
The jet is looking. There's smoke coming out of the back of it. Some from the wings, but it's still maneuverable and fireable. Still attack me.
I've nothing I can do with my bonus action, I don't think. No. No, that's me done. I've got nothing. That's my action.
So that's Larry. Jet 2 will fly around to the front to take the place that Bison was in. Shoot. That's a D12. What it? A few mother kippers can see that. Can you see that? There you are. Look at that, kids. Look at that. Eh? It's not going to be that much. I won't double it because of the resistances, so I'll just do flat damage. You drop down to 49%. That was rubbish.
Anticlimactic.
I was like, your resistance is just negated by that 20. Jean, you're up. The jets. You've got a jet in front of you. There's no sign of Bison, other than the fact that you saw him fly straight down.
Do it. Do it.
Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't do it.
Dive.
Don't do it.
Dive.
You know the spaceship that's really good at going up. Like, you know what I mean?
You go down, then go really good at going back up again. Be fine.
No, don't do it.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no!
Jean pushes basically pushes the jet into a dive, goes straight after Bison.
Cool. So you go down. Obviously, he's a lot more maneuverable than you in his little mech. You're in a massive jet. So what's the?
We're ending this right now.
what's? I know you're flying down now, or you're going to try to like dive. He will be diving straight down. You'll be cone diving. So what?
Yeah.
What's the plan?
I'm going after him.
Okay, so you've manoeuvred him. So I will still say you've got your action. You've got an ion shot. I will put the ion shot at disadvantage as you are now going into a dive after a small target who is also diving.
That's a disadvantage.
Turn the plane so we can take a shot at him.
I'll to be fair, I'll use my action to gain speed and close the distance on him.
God!
So
Downwards! Accelerate! This is going to be the most clutch pull-up at the end ever. So we're like, no!
So you like boom afterburn after the bastard. You easily catch him.
Let's pray this thing can pull up fast.
So you have your bonus action left, which is
When you say catch,
you do not ram him.
Smear him across the front of the jet.
can I flash gun the shit out of him?
Ming the Merciless. So you catch him. So you'll have to pull back, otherwise you'll fly past him, as he's not just hovering directly in front of your nose, knowing that you are trying to ram him.
I will look to stay behind him. Effectively, I just want to catch up to him to get our weapons back in range, to take him on and take him out.
Cool.
And I'll shout back, finish him, finish this.
So that's Jean's turn. Bam, 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 bam.
James has got his head's on the table. It's like
John just hasn't blinked. He's just like, ah!
Jake, you can only see Bison now.
I'm gonna go back inside.
You're gonna leave Bison? Oh, you don't have the gun there. Yep.
I don't think I can do enough damage with my gun just to get around the shields.
Both grenades.
Oh, okay.
At the last.
Oh, you've got action surge as well, don't you?
And he
Just
used
take
use
a
that.
go.
Yeah.
You pull your pistol out and have a go.
I have a pistol, but I
Break
don't,
it,
don't
just
think that'll
break-
do enough damage to go to the actual.
You don't know.
We killed his partner with a pistol.
Shooting a mech out of the sky out the back of a jet with a pistol would be the best thing in the
That was
world.
fucking hardcore, man.
Just, da, 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 da.
Jake, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
No, I'm heading back in and see if I can find anything useful.
Cool.
My gun was not the most useful thing right now.
Cool. Give me an investigation check.
I'm also gonna do this while I'm shaking my head. Probably continue muttering on. Investigations.
There's a little emoji of a bald guy with glasses and a ginger beard shaking his head with you. Just pops up on your on your little screen.
Right, investigation. Oh yeah.
It's not Rob. It's me.
18.
18 on your investigation.
Yeah.
You managed to find there's 2 packs and they seem to be kitted with survival gear. There you go. That's what you found.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know if you were still going.
No, that's all
We're
right.
going to need that.
Yeah, I packed those away in my bag. And then...
There's 2 massive rucksacks. You can't just put them in your
right,
bag.
they're
They're literally 2
okay, sorry.
bundles. You just look under the seats where you were instead of looking, because you guys went straight for arms last time. Knowing that those guns have gone and are in the hands of 2 lunatics, you find these 2 packs.
Well, one lunatic. I'm not going complete full on Marlowe with it.
So that's Jake's
Just
turn.
hear muffled screaming.
Is there an escape pod on this?
Is there an escape pod? The seats do look like they release, which doesn't surprise you if the eject button was hit. There is a strange flashing amber light going on, and on some of the monitors it says oxygen levels dropping, but that could mean anything.
So I
Right,
can
so we
fix
borrowed
that.
a super expensive plane, got into a fight that we didn't try to run away from, and we're now losing oxygen and can't even do the mission that we destroyed the plane that we borrowed for.
Stop
from the
putting a
super
negative
powerful
spin on
people.
things. We're
Is
about
that-
to kill Bison. We're about to kill Bison.
Anything's bad when you sound like that.
That's Jake. Jake says all that in his bonus action. Right.
I just go back in my seat and just put the music on and just ignore everything.
That is brilliant. Yeah, if you want. So now it's Jet 1's turn, which is now on your tail, Mr. Jean. No longer disadvantage, but still resistances.
Jake can get the coffees on, like a little trolley.
Yeah. We know what happened last time you had caffeine. You drop down to 47%. As you can hear and you get the readings of the rear getting shot to shit, you now get a warning saying damage to the tail.
Still on fire back here.
Your fly rolls have just DC has just increased. I love I've just got it in my head that you follow him to the ground, and it's Sean's last go, and he's like, "Yeah, put the plane into the floor." I will TPK if I take Bison out.
Bison gets out the mech and thinks he's avoiding us. Smash!
Chase, it's your turn. You can only see Bison,
God.
and only just he is a darting dot, well, a large dot. But Jean is right on his ass.
How far in is it distance wise? Is it
Why?
within like 150 foot, 100 foot?
Why? Tell me why, and I'll give you the answer of if you can or you can't.
It's just because I'm thinking because this LMG is firing ballistic rounds.
Yep.
Whereas my heavy pistol, I've got armor piercing rounds.
You are in a jet, in a dive, you are at disadvantage, regardless of what skill set you have, mate.
Shit. Right, fuck it. I'm not shooting I'll just shoot the LMG. At
Whereas
him.
the LMG will allow you a flat roll, because it is designed to... we'll go with
I
that.
will-
Science, mate.
Yeah. That's
You
fine,
can
that's
vortex spin the light machine gun and get a shot.
Fine. That's fine. I will shoot.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, that is a 21.
Cool. You just see some tracer rounds over the top of Bison.
and that was my action. For my bonus action, I will
continue shouting at Jean.
I will
Don't
rally
fly
and
into
cry.
Ooh.
Rally and cry.
How many of them a day do you get?
And naturally, you're able to rally, be gearing at second level bonus action. You can increase the one ability score of your choice by 2 or ability score 1. Ally of 60 foot. Once within the next 10 minutes, up to the people modifier, which is 1, but I've used that, so
You can't do it.
that, I think that's to one person. I can think I can do it to
No,
other
it's
people.
no,
it's
it's
one use per
one
short
use
rest.
a day, or long rest, short rest, whatever it says. And you used it to get Jean to get out the hangar.
I mean, that sounds so bad when you put it that way.
Yeah.
Look at Alex, I love it. I fucking love it.
Oh yeah, you regain any expended uses when you finish a long rest.
There you go. So once per day you can inspire
Yeah.
one person, and you've already done that today, mate.
Your people's skill goes up, you get more use of it.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Is that you done
My
that?
bonus
Oh, go
for my
on.
bonus action and my speech, I'll effectively try and motivate Larry.
Great.
We've got
Say-
a fire extinguisher!
Just say, focus him, you will hit it. Just anything.
Have a
Just
look and
kill
see
him.
if you can find a fire extinguisher.
Alex. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? Just eject yourself, it'll be fine. You're on mute if you don't know. I can't hear you. You might have just muted yourself.
He's on mute at the moment.
Yeah, no, we can't hear you, Alex.
There we go. There we go.
I don't know what. I mean, honestly.
Because you're in a dive, if you try and shoot the jets, it'll be disadvantage, but Bison will be a flat roll. I'm facilitating my players' roleplay. Not by choice. Fucking Dave's forcing this on me.
No. Just Nathan's forcing it on us.
Well, it was Rob's turn last week.
I will bonus action for Jean to get advantage in pilot, and I will attempt to shoot.
Do we need advantage to hit the floor?
No, but you're going to need advantage
It's
to
a
try
miss.
and bank
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Uh,
Jesus H. Christ.
that is a 19, and the other one is 20.
Cool, both miss. As you fire the guns and they hit Bison, but they just ricochet off the mech rather than land at any successful blow on him. Right, Jean, give me an intelligence check before it gets to your go. I mean, you do
So we
what
know.
you want with this intelligence check, and it's merely a way to give you a bit of information.
I understand. 15.
Cool. Being 15, that'll do. Being the pilot, you are pilot. In all the training you did before they gave you a jet and the ability to use a gun and stuff like this, you have never seen anyone as good at shooting as Alex, and you only just see him hit Bison. Right? Therefore, Jean is aware that Bison is hard to hit in his current state of maneuverability. You do with that what you wish. Nathan's literally like, whatever, fuck it.
Can't hit it! Ram it! Smash it into the ground! I will be the hammer! You will be the nail!
Dodge this, you prick!
You are very aware that Alex is pulling out some exceptional shooting. Just so Jean knows. It's now Bison's turn. Yep.
Oh, God.
Bison will.
Just give up and die of a heart attack so that Sean will stop the suicide.
Not suicide till we die.
Let me see if he gets his spray back. Nope. Bison will turn and fly at the jet.
Oh! No balls.
He will fly at the jet, and he will then... he'll fly at it, firing. So miniguns start getting absolutely poured into yourselves.
How close is he?
He's within 40 feet now. Do you need him closer? All right. I thought you meant for the guns, you little shit.
I do mean for the guns. I need no. I do. It's not for the guns. I need it for.
Yeah, that's what I'm on about. I thought you wanted it for the guns, but I'm assuming you want it for combat medic stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, sorry. Unlucky, pal. Unlucky. He's 40 feet from you ish, and he sprays 2 miniguns at the front end of the ship.
Not how fucked you'd be with Sparks on this, just running around in the back, just
both of the miniguns shatter the front end of the jet. You know there's no glass in front of you, Jean or Alex, but you feel that cracking noise sensation as if there was glass getting broke, but there is no actual visible glass. You see a couple of your monitors go down and just go static. The amount of damage you sustain, and some of them have been knocked out, so you're now struggling to see 360 around you. Your damage goes down to... Give me a sec. There you are. You're down to 40%. Your oxygen levels are getting pissed out into the air. Yep. And you are currently at disadvantage for manoeuvres, but Alex is giving you a flat roll. Jean and Alex, you are both aware, flying broken aeroplanes is
not go to space.
It's dangerous. Both of you give me an intelligence check right quick. Jean, you can do this one with advantage.
Brown, I'm not going to like this.
Because you are a space pilot rather than just a pilot.
Nat 20.
Oh, boom. You are 1,000,000% convinced. Go on, Alex.
I got a 20, but it wasn't natural.
Cool. You're a very smart cookie, Alex, and can probably work out the math of this. Jean, you know this mother kipper ain't surviving space. Getting through the sciencey stuff you need to get out there will explode the plane. There you go. I ain't trying to out terminology there for going to space.
All we had to do was get to Mars. We failed to get off Earth.
We got off Earth. We got about a few miles off.
I even come up with a fucking nano skyway and everything. Do you know what I mean? I was well impressed with my little self.
You were the one who unleashed a fucking mech and 2 jet fighters after us.
You could have just said you get on the nano skyway. After 10 minutes, you're in space. No.
We could have just kept moving. We had to turn around.
But then we wouldn't have bullets buggering off into the air and a space jet battle.
Then you wouldn't have me hacking to find out the IP address for Nathan, so I can find his address, so I can come over there and throttle him.
Larry, you are up. Bison is now flying at the jet.
Is any of the damage to the plane anything that I would be able to kind of triage with a fire extinguisher, or is there anything I could do to maybe rectify the damage?
If you use your entire go, movement, action, bonus action, give me...
Yeah, fuck that, I'm going to shoot him.
Right.
I'll shout back, I'll shout to Chase. Or I'll shout to Jake. Did I notice Jake going back into the cockpit? I'm guessing I can't see him in a bubble anymore.
I haven't got a clue, mate. I mean, are you, I personally, when I'm in a space battle, trying to shoot down people from the sky, concentrate on the target.
If I can see my 2 friends in bubbles and one of them just fucks off out the bubble,
give me a perception check with disadvantage. This is happening in 6 seconds, man. You've only been up there 24 seconds.
Looking over my shoulder takes half a second.
You see, Chase. Look over your other shoulder. What'd you get?
11.
Cool. You don't notice that Jake leaves his bubble in this current 6 seconds.
Okay, cool. So I can't shout at anyone to stop putting out fires. Never mind, I'm just going to shoot. Fuck it, I'm just going to shoot Bison in the face.
You attempt to shoot Bison in the face? Hey! Clockwork SJ is raiding with a party of 12. Thank you very much for the raid. We normally finish at 11, so you've dropped in quite nicely. In a nutshell, they are currently in a fight in the sky with a maintenance mech, 2 fighter jets, a APC space jet, guns, bubbles, grenades, the thing's on fire, and they're now diving towards plot twist.
It's basically the last 10 minutes of Top Gun, set in
yes.
2185.
Set in 24 seconds.
MG on the nest.
So
I'm
Larry,
just gonna unleash lead.
Oh, toasty death. That's pretty accurate, to be fair. Right, so Larry, you unleash your light machine gun at Mr. Bison.
25.
25 just hits.
Yes.
Give me your.
Why did I not make this character to start with? It's like putting stats in shooting works. Who'd have thought?
I know, mate. I know.
Mental. That's not great on the roll. Oh, come on, really? 6 on 3d10.
Oh.
7 damage total.
7 damage total. Cool. You don't see any pink shield speckle up. You just see your shot hit the mech and Bison in some sort of...
Remember the time back in the military, I'm just gonna...
Remember a time? So that was Larry. Jet 2. You're getting missiles on your ass there, Mr. Jean.
Not that you care.
Jet 2's on its last leg. Sure.
I do care.
On its last legs.
You can see just as your rear video feed fades out as it is hit by some sort of explosive device. Nice. That's not too bad. You're down to 39%. Oh, Jesus. I put 3%. You explode. You're down to 39%, so it wasn't a massive hit, but it hit you enough that it, yeah, you can't see behind you now. Now you can't see behind you, they will have advantage at shooting you. Unless you are evasive manoeuvring, which will flatten their roll.
I don't think John knows what evasive maneuver
I don't think
is a sentence word is.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Jean is a lunatic. So, that is, that was Jet 2, 18. Jean, for the love of fuck, it's your turn, mate.
So, can I fire the forward-facing iron cannon as a bonus action?
No, it's an action, mate.
I heard him. Blow him up.
No!
What would Sparks do?
So what?
Run away.
Die in a burning way!
Jean.
Yeah.
What is your plus to flying?
3.
Cool.
Oh, I love the fact this whole thing.
Which is the same thing I'm using to attack with as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I love the fact that you've basically suckered us into thinking you're a fucking pilot. The whole thing as well.
You'd have to roll a 22 on a d20. Just.
I'd have to roll 20.
21.
Hey, I rolled a 1 on a death save. It's doable.
There's always that 5% chance.
Fucking is.
If you swapped with Alex, he'd have a better chance of it. You're now below 40% of your threshold on this jet. There are all sorts of sparks going off. Long-lived sparks going off in the cockpit. Some of the feeds are down. The damage graph, the bar graph, is dropping into the red zone. There's not a lot of machinery that likes being at 39% capacity. You see a little blue-green dude sat on the thing in front of you going, stupid you are.
You even got sucker yoded.
Obviously,
At this
it's
point,
John.
I imagine Alex is like the pork and the Millennium Falcon, just like skitting around the cockpit and bouncing off of things. Jean's just like, ah!
So what are you doing, John? He's 40 feet-ish. You're in the sky, but yeah. You can see the beautiful scenery of this polluted, grown forest beneath you.
Rapidly getting
Rapidly. I mean, unless you move, you're going into him anyway.
See it real close.
You will.
Sorry.
You can now see the whites of his eyes on the video feed.
Why'd you have to say that?
Well, he's in now. Like, it's not like I need to bait him. Like, it's in. I was like, Bison
Wait.
turns up. Cool.
Hook was in 3 rounds ago. He's just been reeling.
Do it, John. Ram him. Ram him.
What are you guys on? On his...
Ram him and then pull up heroically. It'd be wonderful.
What do you mean pull up heroically?
Well, at some point we need to pull up, surely.
That point was about 2 rounds ago. Okay? This plane ain't doing much. It's barely gonna survive, maybe getting us back to San Francisco.
I like when I kill myself, it's just me. When Jean kills himself, he takes everyone down with him.
He's a team player, man.
So
He's a
you
team
lot, I'm ready
player.
to eject.
So Jean,
I
what are you
will.
doing?
I'll ram the stick to the right and go full evasive.
Oh, he bottled it! He bottled it!
Oh mate.
Bottled it at the last minute!
Oh, what have you done? What have you done?
Bottled it. That was our chance to finish him off.
There'll be another chance when we're not in a plane that's gonna kill us all.
Oh, you.
I rolled for it. I said if I rolled over 10, I'd go evasive. If I rolled under
nailed.
10, I'd ram him.
So you go full evasive, and you are
Yeah.
now, putting Jesus Christ. So there's still a lot going on with the ship, with the jet. Sorry. You are aware that this APC jet is in a bad way, and that even banking it is risking damage to it. So your evasive manoeuvres, you will roll a percentile dice to see if damage is done to it, as you're now putting it through its paces in a damaged state.
The handbrake turn equivalent in a jet.
Pretty much. Well played, Jean. It only took him 24 seconds to realise this was suicide.
You got 24 seconds to go.
Boosh. 17, it is now Jake. Your music's on, you're zenning out. All of a sudden, the jet is flung all over the place. You're getting bounced about in your chair.
Right, so where we are now, are there any actual fires going on?
Fires, no. Smoke, yes. Oxygen levels depleting like a mother kipper.
Okay, so I think
Don't,
most
you're
ships
closer
there
to the ground now, so if you do get thrown out of the jet in a ball of fire, you can breathe. So.
I mean, I'm already tempted to just smash the eject button. We
There
have
is,
a little adventure in the forest.
Jake, give me a perception check.
Radiated forest.
Give me a perception check.
As we're hard banking, just ejects into the floor.
Did you say perception?
Yeah.
That's a 7.
Cole, you can't see the ejection lever. You assume that it's down to the responsibility of the pilot. You can't find the lever button or anything. It's not an obvious switch.
Okay. The other thing I was gonna say is there any kind of like most airtight ships I think would have like sealant for emergencies?
There are tubes of stuff on the walls that are sealants and extinguishers and oxygen tanks.
Can I try and use some of the sealant to try and at least stop the smoke or some of the leaks?
Give me a mechanics roll.
Okay, this is not a +0. Okay, 19.
Cool. Yeah, you can. Roll the d4.
That's a 3.
Cool. You're back up to 42%, Alex and John. As Jake you're in there, mate. You're pulling cables. You're trying to feed nano wire through. You're just getting the sealant and trying to clog the bits that are quite obviously spurting out smoke and all sorts of deathness. Yeah.
Look,
So that.
pilot, by doing evasive maneuvers, we've regained hit points.
Healing the ship did work. It's not like you've got anyone among you who can mend stuff. You know what I mean? But don't
He's
worry.
on fire on a counter in a bar about 4 miles away.
I was more thinking the guy that... Yeah,
The guy that's flying the ship can.
yeah, I know. So after Jake, we have Jet 1 that you can't see. So it'll be a flat roll. So instead of it having advantage, you've given it disadvantage. So it's a flat roll. Nat 20.
Oh.
He has hit with almost every shot he's taken at us.
To be fair, me and Chase have hit every time as well.
Oh.
Not a bison.
We've had I hit Bryson.
Yeah, but you smashed the crap out of Bison. I'll tell you how much damage you did to him afterwards.
A lot.
Chase has had a crit. I hit with action surge. The grenades hit him. We've hammered him.
Don't forget it's resistant, so the nat 20 don't mean up. But it's good though. That's good. It's nice to roll.
You're welcome.
You're back down to 39%.
That could have been a lot worse for what they rolled.
Yeah. So that's Jet 1. Jet. You're up. Bison was flying at the jet, but the jet has just banked as Jean just goes into some sort of spectacular aerial acrobatics. With smoke and everything everywhere. It looks great from the ground.
When I Fury, when it says when you make a weapon attack using strength, you get to add a +2 bonus to the damage roll.
Yeah.
Is that the actual damage, or is that to? Can I add that to the target?
No, it's damage
It's
rolls.
damage. It literally says to damage.
It only
I mean,
works
nice
if
try.
he's-
You know what I mean? If you want to try and change the rules on the spin, that's up to you. You could try and a vortex, whirlpool, hurricane maneuver. You know what I mean?
It's why we need to get you a grenade launcher, a heavy minigun, so you can just do this shit all the time. Just
So, Chase, what are you doing? What are you doing, Chase?
Which jet can I see? Can I see number 2?
You can't
number
see
1?
either jet. You can only see Bison. Oh, you can. I'll say you can see all three of them. The way John is flying the airship. He's so angry at John. I love it.
Shoot bison.
I know I can't. hit
One
Bison.
of
I
one
literally
of
can't.
one of the
Yes, you
jets. One of the jets is badly damaged, and the other one is fresh as, not being touched in 30 seconds.
Got a 5% chance of hitting bison. It's worth it.
I can't hit him.
Jet
You
2.
can. And that
Finish
20
off
is
Jet.
an auto hit.
Finish off Jet 2.
Hope that Jet 2 hits Jet 1.
I will shoot jet 2.
John, don't
Hey,
you be-
Sean, you bottled it. You had your chance and you bottled it. I've risked my good roll to shoot Bison. He didn't do it.
That is a 22,
You do hit Jet 2.
but it's not a crit, so
Cool.
it's 3d10.
So as Jean is spinning this jet, partly through his skills and partly through the fact that it's falling apart, you manage to shoot Jet 2 for
19 points.
19.
Oh, hang on. I forgot to add my
So
Fury.
21.
So 21 points of damage.
You shoot it, and one of the wings, you shoot through it, and the wing falls off, and it starts spiraling down to the ground with the exact amount of damage needed to
Hooray!
your Fury, your 21 put it to exact. Well played.
I nearly forgot to add that.
And this is why we should learn our characters. Right, round
that
5.
is
Go on.
all I can do.
Round 5, kids. Alex, you go before Bison.
This
Cool.
is literally 30 seconds. This is
Well, not even 30 yet. You're at the 25
this
mark.
is the 29. Yeah.
I'll give my bonus action to give advantage to the pilot,
Cool.
because at least he did the right maneuver. And then I will attempt to shoot Bison. I presume we can.
You can try and shoot Bison, yes.
Yeah. Flat roll, yeah.
Flat roll.
Not that one. 25!
You just hit. Give me your damage.
Come on, baby. Be enough. Be enough.
31.
Ooh.
You see bullets spray into the mech of Bison, but he still seems to be flying it around. You have no idea. You have no idea what state Bison's in. You are in a jet that is in evasive manoeuvres, on fire. No one's got the. I mean, Jake could probably zoom in on him if he could keep the ship, keep the jet still enough. It's now Bison's turn. Does he get his super spray back?
What's this scum gonna do?
He does.
He does.
I'm out. I'm out.
It's the same as your ion cannon.
If I'm gonna lose two characters to the same attack.
These dice are from Bardic Inspiration. I mean, I'm not saying they're loaded, but I'll be buying more. Jesus. Mel, Luke, if you're watching, brilliant. You TPK'd my first session with those dice. So you need to do an evasive manoeuvre for me, please, Jean.
Come on, Sean. Come on, pilot.
So give me a aircraft roll.
With advantage.
With advantage. If you succeed, it's half damage.
Cool. What does success look like?
I know. It's not 6. I'll tell you that.
Okay, so I'll take that dice out. It definitely wasn't that. 18.
Cool. So you take half damage as your evasive manoeuvres. Who knew that they were designed to evade damage? You spin the jet as Bison
So we're learning a lot about Sean as a
unleashes
character.
both miniguns, and you get a hail of fire, and you hear it all around you. You lose a couple more cameras, but the ship takes some damage. Let me do the rolls. But in fact, it's quarter damage, so it's half by your save and half by his resistance.
Cool.
So you go down to 38%. Oh, that was nice. Well played there. Look at that, stacking the stats, kids. Roll me a percentile dice, John.
Now, are you the kind of GM that likes high numbers or low numbers?
You'll find out when you tell me.
98%.
98? Roll a d4.
That could be very good or really not.
2.
So you go down to 36% as the jet is tearing itself apart, as Jean is doing all he can to avoid the death spray from the miniguns.
I got this, boys. It's fine. I'm going to shoot Bison. We'll be fine.
So that was Bison's turn. It's indeed Larry's turn.
Who the hell is this prick? Why is he shooting at us?
If I can, I will say.
No!
I will say.
8 to hit.
Jake can look on
Firing
him.
Firing at Bison. 8, I'm assuming that
Cool.
misses.
You fire off. You again see the tracer rounds go. Just the spinning of the jet. You just can't focus your shot. You got what else in you?
No, that's it.
I
don't get any
now,
fancy bonus actions, I don't think.
Jet 2 is dead. Jean,
Yep.
you are currently in evasive manoeuvres. You will not have them for the rest of the turn unless you again do evasive manoeuvres.
Yep, that's cool. I will evasive maneuvers once again.
Cool.
And I will bonus action using some of the spare metal in my pack to inject a bunch of nanites into the ship to try and repair it on the fly. Literally.
Roll a d2.
D2?
Yeah, because you can do 1 foot of repair.
Yes, okay. It is a 1.
Cool, you get a % back. So you're up to 37%.
Every percent counts.
So,
We're still on fire back here.
Jean and Alex, you are well aware that ejecting is a more viable option than it was 30 seconds ago.
My question on my turn, is it time to eject?
You, Alex and John, you are both aware that maintaining flight with this jet will continue to damage it. It needs to be grounded and repaired. Or docked at a space station and repaired. That you won't make it to.
Space.
So Larry, that was yours. John, that was yours. It is now your turn, Jake. As you are like pulling wires and sealing and stuff, there's more wires popping, nano fluid everywhere. I essentially say nano on everything, and it makes it cyberpunky. Just so you know.
Totally does.
Makes sense.
We know
Nano wires.
So what are you doing, Jake? You are still currently trying to repair the ship, and you can clearly see it's not working as well as you expected.
Can I just go over the comms and just go like, is this thing even still flying? Is this thing even still flying? There's cables coming out of everywhere. Might be time to eject.
You can react in a couple of words, John and Alex, not a full conversation.
We're fine. We're fine. We'll land it. We'll be fine.
Alex? Eject. Eject. Alex, do you respond?
Getting mixed messages back here, guys.
Alex, do you respond to
I
that?
concur with the pilot. Please maintain repairs.
Shit, they're bad.
Can I do a sense motive on that?
Yeah, can do.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, the way I've been rolling, I'll probably fail it. Most of my rolls today were low. Yeah, no, I believe them. I believe every word they say.
Cool. I mean,
If it was a cult, they would have me.
Here's some
It
Kool-Aid.
was a nat one.
drink the Kool-Aid.
It was a nat one on sense motive.
Oh, they are piloting the jet, and as far as you're concerned, you are in the hands of Jesus.
Cool, I'll keep repairing.
So that's Jake's turn.
Do I need to roll anything for more repairs, or?
If you were going to keep repairing, yes, give me a mechanics roll.
Which haven't I used yet? Let's go for that one. I think that's an unholy 20.
Oh,
That is an unholy 20.
roll a d4.
That's a 1.
You are up to 38%. As Jake is just like, yeah, they've totally got this. As long as I gaffer tape this cable to that one, we will survive blowing up in the sky.
Duct tape can save everything.
Yes. So after Jake, we have Jet 1, who will, you'll be surprised to hear, will shoot your boat. That's what it is now, a boat. And you, on the last remaining camera towards the right hand side, it flares as a missile goes shooting past it. Bastard dice. Let me down with a 3.
Good.
Great dice. I mean, they are pure bardic inspiration, those dice.
That wasn't a bardic inspiration, that was a wish dice. So
That's your problem, you see.
don't buy your dice from Wish Kids. Chase, you're up, mate.
I will shoot jet number 1.
Cool.
There we go. That is an unholy 20.
Unholy 20, you just hit.
And that is
The untouched fighter jet.
7.
The other one, we create action surge and grenade to bring it down.
Yeah.
22 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
That is including my fury as well.
Cool. Yeah, you spin in your little gel bubble gunning area, and you unleash your mini light machine gun at it.
And I'll just continue screaming profanities as I'm shooting at it.
Cool.
Like I can just I'm taking aim and aiming carefully. I'm just hearing him go, ah!
Yeah.
Two very different gunners, I feel.
Cool. Ding 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 ding. That is everyone. So we're back round to Alex and Bison. Alex, you're first.
I'm going to give advantage to the pilot. And I'm going to try and shoot Bison.
Finish him.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
Not that one. That's a 19 again, so that's 25.
25 just hits.
Oh, you've got the big boy guns as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I get the extra D10.
Yeah, you've got the big shooters.
28 points damage.
Ooh, it's got to be close.
I hope.
God,
He's
because-
in a tiny mech.
Yeah,
He's
we
jury
hit
rigs to try and come after
A
us.
battered mech, yeah.
Yeah, that you guys shot the shit out of before,
Yeah,
and
we
now I'm
did.
shooting with heavy guns.
Are you still flying around?
Ah!
And you cannot see how damaged or not damaged he is.
Bison could have died 3 turns ago. The mech just
Yeah,
autopilot.
mech is autopilot, yeah.
It's not Bison's turn. As you so you turn the guns, the ship is in evasive maneuver, the jet's in evasive maneuvers, and you give me a all of you give me perception checks except Jake because you're inside.
Oh yeah, now I roll a decent roll.
I got a 17.
22.
Cool.
14.
24.
Cool. The mech is now coming at the ship. Yeah. But you can also see a humanoid shape flying through the sky as if they've been propelled from something past from the mech. Yeah. Let's see your
What,
reverse.
towards the ship or away from the ship?
Away from the ship. The mech is coming at you. The humanoid shape that has ejected from the mech and sent it at you is going away. You can definitely guess.
Sean, I think you should eject after him and stab him.
Evasive maneuvers. Jean, flat roll.
Flat roll?
Oh yeah, because you are in a less than 40% jet. You needed the.
Last 2 rolls, the best 2 rolls I've made all night with that fucking dice. 21.
Cool. You take half damage. As the mech hits the jet and explodes.
Yeah.
Quarter damage, yeah.
As Chase says, quarter damage. Please.
Are you resistant to death damage, or is it just like radiant?
Boucher.
It's ballistic.
Good job, it's quarter damage. With quarter damage, you lose 8%. You are down to 30%, and the explosion of the mech, with whatever had been pumped into it to give it railguns, miniguns, super flight armor, there is a lot of engine and fuel in that. It explodes on the side of the jet. Jean, I will allow you to give me a percentile roll, so a D100, and I will let you know whether it breaches or not.
I believe.
50 on the nose.
50 on the nose. Would you like me to round up or down?
Well, 1 to 50 is under 50%. 51 to 100 is the other option, so it's in the
Cool.
lower half.
So it breaches, mate. If you'd have said 51. I'm just going with
But
what.
on a second,
So to
98
add-
fucked me
to
last
add to-
time.
To add
Yeah.
to the list of people we've pissed off, Crown Estate when we leave their jet in a smoldering ruin.
Just gonna park it and leave a sticky
So-
note on the side.
So there
I
is
owe you, Sean.
there is a tear. There is a tear across the flank of the jet. Roll a D10, Jean. Put this all on you, Jean. Roll low.
2.
2. Cool. You're down to 28%. There is now a 7-foot tear in the side of the jet. That's Bison's turn, and Alex's that is. Larry, you saw the humanoid shape. This is at disadvantage, mate. He is being propelled through the air and is now a 6-foot slender dot in the sky.
Sure. What's the mech? Is the mech's hit as it has collided?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mech's-
All this that's going on's only giving you disadvantage, right?
No, but the mech's hit. Do I know the mech's hit the?
You are fully aware that the mech. You are looking outside the jet when the mech hits it, and a ball of green and purple fire engulfs most of the side of the jet.
Sure. I'm waiting for your instruction, guys, and in the meantime, I'm gonna level the gun and track and take another burst. Oh, hang on. We've fighter jet 1 behind us, don't we?
You do.
I realize. Yeah, we'll be able to bring that down. Fighter jet 1. Fighter jet 1. I'll fire it by some.
Cool. Disadvantage.
Come on, dice gods. He doesn't have the mech.
Both were bad. That's with modifiers 13 with disadvantage.
Hopefully he's flat-footed.
From this distance, you can't tell if he's got feet, but you fire and you spray tracer rounds in his direction. You've no idea whether they hit or not. That's Larry's
That is
turn.
me done.
Larry, after Larry, it is the lovely Jean. You are in a jet that is like you are going to lose this jet or go for Bison. Lose the jet and go for Bison, or don't go for Bison and lose the jet. It's up to you.
Go for Bison. Go for Bison.
Seriously, are you saying that there's nothing I can do now to save this jet?
Yeah, there is. I just did it for comedic effect.
Right. Okay.
That's just.
But you
I'll
do have a
just take some
choice.
brown trousers, shall I?
You do have a choice. Save the jet or Bison.
Well, so I know I'm going to have to land this jet, so I'm going to start taking it down, but taking it down in evasive maneuvers.
So you're going to spiral towards the ground.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
In probably the rough same direction that Bison's heading.
All right.
Just head to the airport.
That's the brave deal. He's going to San Francisco, isn't he? He's just going down.
The city is several miles away from you, as you're flying out, obviously, over the forest and such. It stretches for miles and miles, as this forest.
Yeah, all right, okay, fair enough. And Bison's going down in the forest at the moment, is he?
It looks like it,
Effectively.
yeah. It looks it. You're pretty sure that neither of you would make it to the city.
Well, I don't think I'll make it to the city in the ship.
Yeah.
In the plane.
Yeah. It will, every 6 seconds, it will fall apart. And you'd have to buggy everything you might. It'd be close. It'd be very close.
I'm going to bonus action repair it again.
Cool.
Might be worth getting everyone back in the seats.
2%.
You're back up to 30. That's Sean's turn. The jet is still getting flung around. Jake, you noticed that parts of it seem to almost self-repair next to you, but only small parts. There is a gush of air from behind you. It's not breached fully through. It's almost like an outer shell has been breached, but you can hear the rushing of air. Fuck, don't know what's going on anymore.
I mean, I believe they're doing great, so I don't know if Jake would actually suggest ask if it's time to get back in the seats.
The last time you asked, there wasn't a breach. This time there's a breach. You won't be able to roll against them. You will believe whatever they tell you, but you're well within your rights to ask again.
Okay, I'll try. Let's see what they say. Guys, would it be worth getting in the seats in case we need to eject, since you can't eject us otherwise?
I can land this plane.
Alex? Unless he conflicts, you will believe them.
I just
keep
love
repairing and take my seat, just for the record. You don't have to choose. I think I can repair and then just use my movement to get back in the seat.
Please continue repairs on the ship.
Doesn't really ask the question. Keep repairing and do both, but fine.
But no, because otherwise you're going to have to keep getting in and out of your seat to go and
It's
repair
movement. I have plenty of movement I'm not using.
It's fine.
Take these guys out, and I think I can fix it.
Yes. It's now Jet 1's turn. Jake,
I'm repairing now.
you carry on repairing? Cool.
Oh, I have to believe him now. It was on my own fault for rolling that sense motive. I don't think I repaired it that time. 10.
10. No, you don't manage to quite. You keep losing your grip on some of the cabling, just from the slippiness of everything that's going off. Jet 1 will now spray its guns at the rear.
I was just hoping it was just going to fuck off somewhere else.
It misses. The bullets hit, but it only got a 9. Bardic Inspiration's coming back around next turn, just so you know, motherfuckers.
Oh god, get ready!
It's your turn, Chase.
I will shoot jet number 1
Yes.
while still screaming and shouting profanities. Nat 1.
Roll a d4.
3.
3. As the jet is in evasive manoeuvres, a mech's just exploded on the side of it. Your bipod slips off the ridge bit that you were bracing it on, and you just spray it inside the area that you're in, and you go down to 27%. I mean, fucking.
So you know what we needed right now? Not that.
Yep.
Bison and Alex, it's your turn. Alex, Bison is a dot.
Shoot him.
Can I shoot Jet 1?
You can indeed shoot at Jet 1.
Okay. I will shoot at Jet 1. I'll give my bonus action to the pilot so he can have advantage or a flat roll. I will shoot at the other one and I will put over the voice comm to all members of the party. Please return to the inside of the jet and please assist with repairing as much as possible. This has been your co-pilot, not your main pilot. I would like to point that out.
FYI. Go
on. One was a 16, the other was a 23.
The first one misses as the tracer rounds spray past the jet, but the second one hits.
$34.
Ooh, nice. You see the sparks of bullets hitting. You are comfortable that you have hit, and it is looking damaged, but still capable of aerial combat. After Jean, not Jean, sorry, Larry. We don't want Jean having it, Jesus.
And Thingy's just a blip in the distance, isn't he, at this point?
Yeah, he's pretty far. Like, I reckon you're at long range at the minute. Although
So
Jean is going
disadvantage.
slightly towards him, but in evasive, so it's not a straight line.
Would it be a straight roll or disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
I'll shoot the jet.
Shoot the jet.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
23.
You hit the jet. Sean's going full predator when he lands in that forest, to tell you that. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Just starts wiping mud in his eye. Just pulls out a Bowie knife and just goes in. That's not great. That's another 8 on 3 fucking D10.
Nice.
9 total.
9? That's
Yeah,
shocking,
I
man.
get +1 for my augment.
Cool. You managed to hit the jet. Now it's Sean's turn.
So he's just hit Jet 1.
He's
Yeah.
hit Jet 1, yeah. They're all hitting Jet 1, but there is no fire. You see no tracer rounds going in the direction of Bison. And you're obviously aware of Alex saying everyone in. So Alex is under the assumption you're in a bad situation. It's entirely up to Jean if he thinks he's in a bad situation. I mean, you can see the same graphs Alex can. I'm just saying.
Jean continues to fly evasively. Get that jet down. I need to level us off, so I can hand the controls to Alex.
Okay, so that'll be
And then I'll bonus action repair the ship again.
I will say getting out the seat and swapping with Alex will be your turn.
I'm not doing that now.
What are you doing? So what are you doing?
I'm saying I'm doing full evasive.
Yep.
And then I'm shouting, telling the guys, take that other ship down.
Yep.
So that I can.
Ah, okay. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
So you go.
I'm not going to risk swapping while we're in a dogfight.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I didn't know, mate. You're a bit of a loose
Sorry,
cannon.
that's cool. Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah.
You're a
That's
bit of a
cool.
loose cannon.
It was my bad. I misheard. But yeah, fair.
That's
I
fair.
understand. You are evasive in until safety is upon you. Cool.
Just saying, Goose was always
and
the better pilot.
you'll repair the ship again.
2% on the repair.
Maverick never won Top Gun either.
Yeah.
Maverick was never Top Gun.
You're up to 29%. Yeah, but you had both arms. I'm just saying. That's Sean. Now we're down to Jake.
Didn't help him with the canopy, did it?
No, those survival packs I saw earlier.
Jesus. Say again, Jake.
No, those survival packs I found earlier.
Yep.
Did they have anything that looked like a parachute included?
Not in the survival packs. There are chutes attached to the seats that you were in. As in, the chair itself will be ejected and float you to the ground.
No, that's. Can I take them in and toss those packs on the chairs so we make sure we take them with us if we have to eject? Because I feel like we might need them.
Yep, you can essentially buckle them to packs into a chair. So there'll be a single chair with those 2 packs. They're large rucksacks, like they're huge camping rucksacks full of survival gear.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah. I'm gonna. What's that gonna take for my turn?
I'll say bonus action. You quickly.
Cool. I'm gonna keep repairing as my main then.
Cool.
Repairing, or trying. See how that goes.
Rewind.
Oh, I might have made it worse actually.
Did you roll on that one?
Yes, I
Give
did.
him. No.
Roll a d4. Keep it low, man. Keep it low.
2.
You're back down at 27%. Give me a D100 roll, John, by the way.
$36.
Cool. After Jake is Jean's on you, not Jake. Right. It's Jet 1's turn. That's a Bardic Inspiration. That's an 18 before I add anything, just so you know. You still got your evasive, so it's flat. You're resisting. Fucking resisting bastard damage. You're down at 25%.
Okay, cool.
As Jet 1 behind you again is just spraying with its heavy gun on from its jet. Chase, you're up.
Shoot to Jet 1.
Shoot at Jet 1. There's smoke and all sorts coming out of it.
23. 1 off from a nat 20.
Oh, you hit.
That is 7, 9, 18, 20 points of damage.
20?
Yes.
It is looking wrecked, mate. Like there's flames on some of the wing, on some of the left wing. There's just smoke pouring out of the right wing. It's sort of like it's not as smooth in the air as it was. It looks like a seagull on crack.
Someone finish the damn bastard.
I'm the only other person shooting at it, so give me a second.
And you've all been shouted to come back inside. Do you come back inside, Chase?
I think Larry will be able to take it up next shot, so I will go back inside.
You will go back inside. Cool.
And if I can, bonus action, try and repair the ship.
No.
No? That's fair enough.
Alex, Bison is getting further away. Not as fast as he would have originally, as Jean's still trying to aim the fucking jet at him evasively. Come on, you fucking.
We're just going in the same direction, that's all. Completely innocent.
It's like ships passing in the night, just in the same direction.
So one's a tugboat, one's a ball of Titanic. Yes, you'll go, Alex. Jet 1 is looking wrecked, but still capable of shooting you if it so wished.
I'm going to give my bonus action to the pilot, and I'm going to attempt to shoot it again. 23.
Yep.
And 22.
Cool. both hit. You cannot roll low enough to. If you rolled ones on all 8 dice, you'd still blow it up.
Oh, okay.
So you just turn both gunners at it, boom, 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 and this one doesn't lose a wing and spiral. It just explodes in midair, and you see a falling shape on fire. Looks a little bit like a humanoid.
What's the chances of it hitting Bison?
6.
Roll a
Slim.
roll a d100.
Oh,
Not 100, not 100 it.
No, it's got to be cop die.
I want the answer to be heads or tails. And that's all.
91%.
Cool. Yeah, it doesn't hit Bison. Considering he's fucked off that way. So, you are still able to chase Bison if you wish to remain in initiative, or you can concentrate on landing the ship. Jet.
I got a feeling.
Larry's go, right?
It's Bison's turn.
Okay.
Yep, it's now Larry's go.
I am seeing like Bison's like just a fucking piss in the distance I can't see. I'm gonna bring my weapon and come back into the cockpit and see what the Christ is happening in here.
You are struggling to see Chase and Jake of all the smoke that is now pouring into this area. There is a breeze coming from the flank of the jet, but not quite punctured through. There is lots of smokes and sparks going off in the cockpit area.
I'll make my way to the cockpit area.
Cool.
Are you gonna be able to land this?
You may answer quickly. There you go, Alex. You don't care.
Affirmative.
Yeah.
I'll see if there's any spot repairs I can do. If there's a fire extinguisher, if there's any way I can.
You can see Jake doing stuff.
Find me any scrap bits of metal you can.
I'll hand him the MG.
There's bits of scrap everywhere, but half the ship's falling apart. Half the jet.
Preferably scrap metal that didn't come from the hull of the ship.
75% of the ship is full.
Like chairs,
Can you make use of
chairs,
this?
internal doors. I mean, I'd rather not. That looks like
Right.
a handy device.
I'll turn round and just smash one of the door with the butt of the rifle and try and break the door off so you can use it to patch something.
What door? In a
The
plane?
slidey door to the
There's no
cockpit.
door.
All right.
Cockpit.
Jesus.
Not the external door.
I'll just get rid of this one out into the atmosphere.
I was like,
Isn't there
there's
enough
not,
bars coming off
there's
anyway?
not many doors on a plane, mate. You know what I mean? I was like, what is he doing?
The cockpit door from the cockpit to the
So
main.
you just see
body.
Larry start bashing the crap out of the cockpit door. Give me a strength check.
He asked for scrap metal, like doors.
I mean, you're
It's
not
gone
wrong.
forever. Strength check, 13.
Cool. You are unable to remove any scrap metal from attacking the door with the bottle of the light. Jean,
I'm a simple fella.
are you chasing or are you landing?
I am.
Don't let them bully you into a decision. You do what you want to do. bro.
Shut up, Simon Master.
How far away is Bison?
A long way.
I'm gonna hit fire on the iron beam cannon in Bison's general direction, and take a punt.
Or shoot part of San Francisco.
He's not flying that way. He's flying down the woods. And then I'm gonna hand over the stick to Alex.
You can't do both.
Oh right, okay. In which case, I will hit fire and bonus action repair the ship.
Cool. So roll to hit with disadvantage.
I've got advantage back from thingy, so is it netted off?
That's for your
Flat roll?
maneuvers, not for your shooting.
Oh man,
It's exactly
Alright,
the same
wait.
the last time you fired the ion cannon.
was it?
Yeah.
All right, okay. No, I won't do that then. It's stupid. It's pointless. I'd have to roll 2 20s. I will. Yeah, fine. In which case, I will. Basically, I will effectively put the ship into a level flight, plan.
Yeah.
And
so
hand
no one's
over
got
the
a fucking
stick,
spirit level.
and hand over the stick to Alex.
Cool.
And perfectly suddenly starts flying it amazingly.
As I'm doing that, I will bonus action repair the ship with some of the scrap metal I've got on me.
Cool. So roll 2d4. Your first one is damage, your second one's repair. Just because the ship is in a perpetual damaging state. So the first one is damage. So how much damage does it take?
2 points of damage.
So it drops to 23%. Your second one is your repair.
Which is a 3. So is it still a D2 or is it D4?
It's a D4 now. Now that you've leveled and stuff.
So I'm net 1 up then.
So you're.
It went down 2 up 3.
Down 2 up 3. There you go.
So what are we on? 26%.
You're on 26%, and it is sort of in a normal flying state direction, but still going down for some reason. That's Sean's go. If you are discontinuing the chase of Bison, it'll just be out of initiative and rolls to land. So it's up to you.
Well, 413X is not going to continue the chase for Bison.
Cool. So
and he's ceding control of the ship to me. So.
Cool. So before you, it would be Jake and Chase. What are you doing, Jake and Chase?
Keep repairing, or try not to make it worse, hopefully.
Yeah, I will assist in trying to.
Jake,
put
roll it
fires
with
out.
advantage, Jake.
Well, I haven't used yet. Let's try that one. So higher one is a 14.
A 14 will give you enough to roll your d4. So roll your d4. You need this because it lowers the DC for Alex.
That's actually a 4.
Oh, cool.
Highest roll on a d4 tonight.
Whatever you've done, Alex and Jean, you see the graphs go up to 30%. Alex, it's you and Bison. What are you doing, Alex?
Fuck off, Bison.
Beneath you is this radiated forest. You won't make it to San Francisco now, but you can land in the forest.
We are going full Predator style. Let's do it.
We're not going to make it to San Francisco.
No.
Well, fuck, Sean.
Is it all radiated below us? Oh, sorry.
So, right, so Jean, you asked first.
Sorry, my question is more of, do I think with my cybernetics I can repair this ship enough to get us to San Francisco?
If it was landed and you had time on it, yes.
Right.
Not in mid-flight.
Not in mid-flight.
Because it will still tear itself up as you are flying along.
Yeah, okay.
But you know 100% if it is stationary and you have time to work on it, you can organise this lot and whatever knowledge they have and your skills, just innate skills, you could probably get it in a working state to fly it like a public communal car that has the ability to hover.
A bus, one might say.
But yeah, if you flew into a massive asteroid worm and had a bit of time, you could fix it before flying out. But you won't be able to do it mid-flight.
Okay.
Jake,
do I think I can get it space-worthy?
Not from the forest, no. You'd need to be an actual shop, as in hangar, etc., tools, a team, money, fuel, bullet dodging.
Understood.
You know what I mean? Jake, what were you saying?
I was just gonna ask if that's our only option, radiator, if we can angle it towards something less radiated.
This forest is massive. Like the entire north away from San Francisco has just been abandoned, and the landfill side effect of that near San Francisco has created this radioactive forest.
Right. Okay.
So, anyone else have questions before I make Alex roll to save your lives?
No, I'm buckling in and strapping in for a rough landing.
Cool, so you all buckle in. So you're landing rather than ejecting, Alex. You are now fully controlled, so you can eject everyone if you so wish.
This is your pilot speaking. Please make sure you're inside your chairs and buckled in. This is going to be a rough landing.
Put your heads between your knees and kiss your ass goodbye.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
I'll pull out the photograph that I took from the apartment and just kind of look at it as we're hurtling towards the ground.
Cool. Chase and Jake, you see the photo of the young lass that Chase you originally put in Larry's hand after the tower removal, and Larry is staring at that intently as this jet hurtles towards the ground. Alex, can you give me a fly roll?
You want the good news or the bad news?
Who are you asking me then?
Planes fall, people die.
I'll take the good news first.
Okay, the good news is it does have a 1 in it.
Oh, shit.
The better news is...
You didn't say better, you said bad.
Well, you chose the wrong way round, sunshine. I rolled an 18, that gives me a 24.
Cool. It's not enough.
That's all I got, guys. That was an 18.
So
Not enough for what?
on your way down, you realise that the damage to the ship has made it incredibly difficult. Now, Jean managed to level it out long enough for you to take control, but then it just starts going down and you start pulling back. You try every trick in the book, that you are far more knowledgeable in flying than Jean. So you try more tricks of the book. You are just
Page 2 of flying.
you are confident that you are just missing something to enable this to be a worthy landing of, mass proportions. Can you give me a D6 roll, please?
5.
I was hoping it was less, but you see the 25% appears on the graph as the jet is tearing itself apart. This next roll will land you, but you are going to hit the ground hard.
I am just pumping everything I've got to try to keep the ship together as he's doing this, and still I'm still co-piloting, right? So
Cool. Go on, Alex.
Does that mean you get advantage if you're co-piloting?
it means he doesn't get disadvantage.
He gets advantage and disadvantage, cancel out all that palaver, but yeah, it's exactly what John said. What'd you get?
23. I rolled
Cool.
17.
So you're now closer to the ground. You crash through the treetops, but you manage to pull the jet so it's almost level instead of a nosedive. You crash through the trees. You can just hear an absolute torrent of heavy wood hitting the jet. Can all of you give me a fortitude save as this jet crashes through the trees into the ground?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's my proficient one.
13.
Oh,
That's
fuck's
not
sake.
helps. Yeah.
18.
12.
11.
It is a 19.
Cool.
It's my proficient one. I rolled an 8.
Jake, what did you get, sorry?
12.
You're out cold. Alex?
19.
You're fine. Larry?
11.
You're out cold. Jean?
13.
You're out cold. Chase?
19.
You're fine.
Fuck's sake.
Sits for the win, baby!
So you crash into the ground. The sound is not an impression I can pull off. It is an absolute wreckage as you hit the deck. It skids through trees. The wings are taken off. The arse end's dragged off by another crash. 3 predators die in the making of this session.
It's like the intro to Lost. All over again.
Ghost Yoda bugged out like 20 seconds ago. A little blue parachute going off. Jake, Larry, and Jean, the impact of you smashing against stuff, banging your heads, the repairs that Jean was doing on his way in. You can almost see, Alex, the dashboards and that in front of you, nanites sort of swirling in like dust as they're almost knocked out of the system before going back in. You are aware that Jean's commitment to repairing the jet on the way down is probably what caused him to be sparked out. His stress on pouring every nanite he had into the repair, and it's probably the reason it hasn't exploded in a ball of fire when it hit the deck. It comes to a stop. Larry, Jake and Jean, you are out cold. Alex and Chase, you are conscious. You are locked into your thingies. The buckles are bent. The chairs are twisted. You are still sat upright, but you will take rolls to get out of them. You can feel the aura of the forest around you. There was a brief silence as things settle from the initial crash, and then animal noises start returning, very loud and inaccurate to what you could put. Noise of animal, you can't recognise bird, beast, etc. You can hear
gravy time.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Ruffworx. Thank you, Ashana, for the subscription off the back of Ruffworx. I hope you're up streaming again. I know you've been having trouble with the internet. So, there's fire, there's smoke. Alex, Chase, you have a quick assessment. It doesn't look like the jet's about to explode, but you are in a bit of a shit situation. You are in the middle of a massive radiated forest, the north of San Francisco. You have successfully landed the plane. You didn't make it to space. You have pissed off somebody else. We have gone an hour and 15 minutes over our normal time, so I'm going to call it there. Thank you very much for those watching. Thank you very much for the last minute subscription there. We're not even staying anymore, boys. Thank you very much if you watch us on VOD or YouTube or wherever you watch it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the support. Enjoy yourselves. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. Stay sane. I'm gonna go to bed. Say goodbye, players. Say goodbye.
Cheers, guys.
See you later, guys.
Thank you. Take care, guys. Thank you very much.